loves, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katya. For today's video, I thought it would be fun to do a haul of things that I've accumulated throughout the months that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. I just love the pieces that I got. They're so unique, fun, and I thought I would share them with you guys. I thought I would do a haul and just go through all the pieces. All of them are pretty much home decor. We're gonna jump right into the whole haul part. Let's get right into it. So for my first piece, it is this amazing wall art. I love my Bali ethnic pieces, and this is just right up my alley. I ended up finding this piece for $25. I mean, can you believe it? If you guys have seen these, they're pretty much in a lot of online stores and they go for like 100 and up. So when I saw this for $25, I could not believe. I mean, it is a big piece too. It's not the small one. I love the black detailing here. It just ties in a lot of the black accent pieces that I have throughout my house. I ended up putting this in my living room on one of the walls near the window. I thought it was very bare, needed a little something, and this piece was exactly what I was looking for. So I could not be happier with this piece. So moving on to my second piece, before I show you, I want to explain a little bit. In my entryway, and when I say entryways, it's sort of when you come in through the door, there's like this little triangle and 3 stairs that go up, and there's this sort of narrow wall that I just found that was very bare. And so I was looking for a piece that had to be a little bit on the narrow side. So I found this gorgeous piece to put there. I took it off the wall for you. It's pretty big, so I'll show it to you like this, but I'll also show it to you on the wall. But I mean, look, I mean, how gorgeous. It's this sort of wood carving. Oh, it's just beautiful. Love it. It fits perfectly right on that thin wall. I ended up paying this $50. It is from, I think it's from Indonesia. I'm not too sure. I think that's what the lady was telling me. Her husband traveled and she got a few pieces there and she was slowly getting rid of them. She had another amazing piece. It was this huge, like a wooden sculpture. I think she was selling it for like $250. It was beautiful. I just didn't have room for it. So I was like, you know, I appreciate it, but I'll just stick to this one. There's something about it that's very feminine, and I had to get it. So this is my second piece. Moving on to my next piece, you guys are probably gonna be like, what the heck are you doing buying this? But I saw potential. I'm gonna share them with you. So I got these 2 sort of wicker baskets, and I just love that they were very delicate and refined and thin. So what I envisioned, they were actually $10 each, so it came out to $20 for the both of them. They're sort of not identical, but that's what I love about them. I think that they're like wonky baskets and it's just perfect. But what I wanted to do, and you guys know I love to turn up my baskets into light fixtures, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And explain to you why I got them too. I'm going to be doing a video coming up soon. I want to do a little bit of a revamp of my bedroom. I mean, I love my bedroom. I just feel like it's not exactly where I want it, so I'm thinking of just tweaking and revamping it. So I'm going to share that with you. I was looking for sort of pendants on each side of the side tables, that like over the side tables, and I thought that these were just so perfect. There's no hole, so I'm obviously going to have to make a hole, but that is just, I mean, so easy to do. And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to keep them this color or I might even spray paint them black. So I'm not too sure. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think I should do. I'm still thinking about it. I just love these and I just think that they're going to look perfect. They won't be too much, but they're just going to add the perfect finishing touch over each side table. So now we're going to move on to the bigger pieces. And by bigger, I mean I cannot hold them physically in my hand. So I'm going to do overlays to show you what the pieces are and how they look. I'm going to start off with, I think, one of my favorite pieces. There's a huge story behind it, but anyway, it's funny. There was a lot of work to get this piece. In my dining area, before I got this piece, I had a whole wicker, sort of like a double cedar with pillows on it, but there was something that was bothering me. I wanted something much bigger because when my family comes over, I wanted to have more seating around the table, and I never felt like it was exactly what I was looking for. So my mission was to find a bench. One day I fell on this amazing Indonesian carved bench, And oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful. It was exactly what I was looking for. The price point was a little bit on the pricier side, but I mean, for a bench like this and for the size of it, I could not pass it up. So we end up going, it was pretty far. It was like at least like 45 minutes away from my house. And we were hoping that it was gonna fit in our 4x4. We took the measurements, everything seemed to be okay. So we get there and the bench was even more beautiful in person. So we bring it up the stairs from the woman's house and then outside, and then we realized that because the bench was just so wide, my husband didn't take the measurements properly. And so we started putting in the bench and the thing was just not fitting. There was no way that the trunk was gonna close. So anyway, we end up trying to tie it through like these loops that we had and then with rope. I mean, we were trying to make it work. I was gonna make it work. That thing was coming home. There was no way I was leaving it. I wanted that bench. It was raining, it was freezing. So we started going on the highway and I start hearing a lot of crackling and just moving around. So we stop on the side. I just sort of wanted to tie it a little bit tighter because I felt things were a little bit wonky. And then all of a sudden the things that we tied the rope on totally broke off. So there was nothing for us to hook the rope on, and this is like halfway home. So we're like, what are we gonna do? We just left the whole trunk open, completely open, and there was maybe like half an hour or maybe, I don't know, yeah, like 25 minutes to go on the highway. So I'm in the back holding the big bench and my husband's trying to drive. I mean, we're feeling like as if the whole bench is gonna fly out of the trunk. But anyway, finally we made it. It was so well worth it. This bench is, oh, it's just amazing. I'm not sure, I've heard a lot of people saying that they've used Easy Off. It's an oven cleaner. They spray it and then it sort of takes out the stain and lifts it up and just brings out the natural sort of wood. So maybe that's something I might do in the summertime because I do find that the bench has this sort of orangey tint to it, which is fine, which works perfectly in my home, but I'm not too sure if I'm gonna keep it like that. I do love that whole raw wood. Anyway, so we'll see in the summertime if that's something, a project that I might take on, or I might just leave it as is. But I ended up paying the bench $500. The woman was selling it for $600 and I sort of bargained, asked her if she would take $500, and that was definitely her lowest. Understandably, this was a amazing piece. So I got it for $500 and I love it. When my family comes over, we have 2 extra seating. This bench is about like almost 7 feet long. It fits perfectly. It's exactly what I envisioned. I put my pillows on it and it's just wow. Moving on to my next big piece. I had gotten these stools also from Facebook Marketplace, and when I got there and I got them, it was just when I had moved in. I wanted some stools. It was sort of when COVID was really bad and everything was on back order, so I wanted stools absolutely. So there was a woman that was selling these stools. So when I got there, I thought they were made out of straw, but they were actually made out of plastic. So instead of not getting them, I ended up getting them, but I always felt that they just had this cheap feel to them. I wasn't feeling it. So I ended up finding these, I mean, they're nothing special, but the first stools that I got had a back to them, like a lower back. I wanted something that didn't have a back because already in my dining room, the dining room and the kitchen connect. So I had gotten these big antique chairs and I just thought with a back, like with the stool that has the back, it looked like there was too much chairs going on. So I was looking for stools that were just like where you sit and there's no back to it. So anyway, I found these and the woman was selling 2. Well, actually she was selling 3, but she was only selling 2 because one of them was broken. So she was selling the 2 and then she was saying that the third one was free. When I saw how it was broken, I'm like, I could totally fix it. I got this. So she was selling all 3 of them for $150. What I liked about them is that there was the leather on the top and then the raw wood legs. They were massive. They're just massive. They might not show up, but they're very heavy and they're very well made. When I got there, I was even more pleasantly surprised. I've mentioned this before. Sometimes you can be totally disappointed of something that you see online, and when you see it in person, it's just nowhere near what you thought it was going to be. But these stools, they were even better than what I thought. So I was so happy. I cleaned them up. I might also do the same thing with the Easy Off oven cleaner there. I might do the legs and take out that orangey tint. I don't know, there's something about that orangey tint that just, I don't mind it as much, but it's not exactly the wood that I like the most. Anyway, we'll see in the summertime if I'm up for all these projects. For $150, they're just perfect. So I got rid of the other ones, sold them as well. I'm so glad of the choice I made. I think they look way better. They just look more expensive and luxurious. So moving on to my last piece, I was looking for something to put downstairs in my basement on one of the walls where it was very bare. And I thought of like old antique doors just leaning up against the wall. I fell upon this man who was selling these Mexican doors. They were just so massive and beautiful, and they were like these shutter doors. He was selling them for, there was 3 panels, but he was also selling them separately. I only needed 2. When I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, they are exactly what I'm looking for. He was selling them for, I think it was $85 each, but I mean, they were so worth it. He was using them as a display. He had a stand where he would sell things at a convention, and that was one of the displays that he would use in the background. Anyway, so I thought that I would put them downstairs leaning up against the wall. That's exactly what I did. The only thing was I was a little bit off on the measurements. Well, it does fit just, but I did want it to have a little bit of room on each side, which it doesn't. So I sort of overlap them. It looks okay for now, but I'm gonna find a solution. If it's not gonna be in that location, I'll probably put it somewhere else. You can either hang them on a wall, you can use them as a headboard and make a whole headboard out of them for your bedroom. There's so many things you can do with antique doors. You can lean it up against a mirror. I think that that just adds that extra dimension and touch to everything. So that is pretty much it. That is the whole haul. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Even if I didn't take you guys along with me shopping, I still wanted to share these beautiful pieces that I got on Facebook Marketplace. Comment down below, let me know which piece was your favorite. And if you guys did enjoy this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. You know it means the world to me. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your messages, your comments, your thumbs up. Have an amazing day. I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Love you guys.